So for those people who don't know me, my name's Melinda. So my business is Emi Wellness. So that's a nutrition and wellness education and coaching business. So a couple of minutes late, sorry. Just getting a couple of things from the garden. We're going to make a couple of things. So I'm going to be sharing you with some tips for not just surviving, but thriving this festive season. All right, where has the year gone? 2020. Oh my goodness, it felt like last month we were just doing the January fires and now we're only 3 weeks till Christmas. So, wow. But we're really truly in the Christmas party season. So traditionally this is a year to overindulge. Before then we spend the New Year's doing our New Year's resolutions and trying to undo any of the damage that we did over the party season. Get rid of those couple extra kilos that we put on, or just get back on track after we've had too much sugar, too much alcohol. So I might be talking to people today that, you're already doing really quite well with your healthy eating. I might be talking to people who are not doing that well, but you really feel like you could benefit. You've been thinking about it. And can I just say, there is never a perfect time to start. There will always be another occasion, another party coming up. So why not now? Christmas is as good a time as any. Maybe it can be a Christmas present to yourself. I might also be talking to people that have introduced some food changes this year for various health reasons. Maybe you're working with doing certain protocols with naturopaths or nutritionist or another practitioner. And I remember 7 years ago going into Christmas after introducing various food changes for myself and my family. And we did that because my husband was still trying to recover after an accident and I wasn't doing that well. So if you want to know anything more about our story, I've posted a recent video which you can check out on my page. So after doing heaps of learning, we essentially decided to take ourselves off the standard Australian diet. So for cereal for breakfast and sandwich for lunch and pasta or a Canton meal for dinner, we essentially eliminated wheat and gluten. We just started eating more real food. We focused on the quality of the food and the nutrient density of that food. And because I was feeling so much better with these changes I had done, so it was like goodbye headaches, goodbye regular headaches that I used to have, goodbye painful PMS symptoms, goodbye sinus pain, goodbye low moods, goodbye back pain, goodbye lost some puffiness, lost some weight, just sleeping better and a lot more energy. So basically 200% happier and healthier. And I remember coming into that first Christmas and thinking, oh crap, how do I do Christmas this year? Do I just go back to the old ways for Christmas so I don't miss out on all those Christmas favorites and then try and get back on track, or what do I do? But for me, my big reason, my big why of why I was doing these food changes was to become and stay a happier and calmer mum for my son. And I knew that the old foods, the crappy ingredients, the excess sugar would crash me again, would crash my energy, crash my moods, and make me feel like crap. So I didn't want that to happen. So I essentially just did a new kind of Christmas and we loved it and we enjoyed it, and you find new favorites. So here are my 7 tips for staying on track with positive changes that you've worked hard on, so you can keep those positive changes, and tips for enjoying this festive season with more energy and vitality without the guilt. So you can have more energy, calmer moods, that lighter feeling to really enjoy this summer. So, number 1 tip. Focus on all the foods that you can enjoy. This is not about depriving ourselves. So what are your favorites? Enjoy perhaps your favorite seafood. Splurge on the wild caught prawns, you know, some oysters. Maybe it's your favorite cuts of quality meat or your favorite gourmet salads, you know, the beautiful summer fruits, those beautiful gourmet raw desserts that people make. Yeah, focus on all those beautiful foods that you can have. Foods that you will feel really good eating and that your body will love you back for. So treat your body and yourself with those nourishing foods so you can continue to feel good, all right? Beautiful food, once your taste buds adjust to not having been bombarded with all the fakeness and the crappy ingredients and that excess sugar, things naturally start to, like a sweet potato tastes really sweet. Berries, like your taste buds start to come alive again. And when you focus on the quality of the food, real ingredients taste amazing. So relish in it and enjoy. Number 2 tip. When you're going out, make suggestions. All right, if you've got a group of people, make suggestions on which restaurant you're going to go to. Or suggest, you know, if we're getting a get together, suggest barbecues, roasts, seafood platters, you know, or if you're going over and somebody else is doing most of the cooking, contribute a dish, all right? Contribute a dish, maybe it's the main course or a salad. You can take along a homemade vegetable dip for the nibbles. And when you're eating out, suggest that restaurant. Then you take the lead, make the booking. You can ask ahead when you ring them any questions that you've got about the menu, or you know where you can go that will cater for your particular needs. And just start to have confidence to ask the host or the chef some questions. You know, if it's are the dishes gluten-free or whatever else is your non-negotiable. And most restaurants and cafes are really becoming adapted to this. And honestly, if they're not, you know, go somewhere else because they should be. All right, so don't worry about asking for what that you need. Tip number 3, forget the sugary drinks. All right. Now, drinks are a really easy way to send your sugar intake off the charts. And in turn, your inflammation, your blood sugars, your mood roller coaster, and then your energy crashes after that. So those fruit punches, the soft drinks, the alcohol mixes, excess wine, the ciders, they're so sweet, the beer and more, okay? But drinks can also be an easy way to lower your sugar and carb intake if you only are making this one change. All right, so even if for this Christmas, the only promise you make to yourself is to stay away from those soft drinks full of sugar and artificial ingredients, you'll be doing a huge advantage to your body. All right, and we all know how important water is, but we don't always listen. All right, I was out in the sun today and the girl we're with didn't have a water bottle and ended up getting a headache. You know, that's what I used to be like. It's so important that we keep hydrated. Have a couple of glasses of water when you first get up and then keep on drinking that throughout the day. Although as a gut health tip, I will say avoid the drinks during a meal. All right, just dilutes the stomach acids and we need that for being able to digest our foods really well. Okay, so don't underestimate at all the effects of dehydration on your moods, on your energy levels, and your overall health. But water doesn't have to be boring. All right, find yourself a beautiful jug, all right, a fancy glass. Okay, so I've got sparkling mineral water in this. I was going to tip this down. Let's see if this works. Okay, so we can add some fresh lime, some mint leaves. Here's some frozen berries. Okay, put it in a wine glass. I love drinking out of a wine glass. Makes it feel special. And it can make you feel special for the night. All right. We can also add a splash of kombucha or a coconut water kefir to the water. and that can add flavour and probiotics. So you can see the gorgeous colour that's going now, all right? This is a green tea kombucha that I've flavoured with some mulberries from my tree when the mulberry season was out. So I teach how to make kombucha and that high probiotic coconut water kefir at my Healing the Gut workshops. So that's the Healing the Gut Intro to Broth, Kombucha and Fermentation. So the fourth tip, okay, is make your own salad dressings. So did you know that most salad dressing and mayonnaises from the supermarket, they're made with inflammatory refined seed oils? So they also have got lots of hidden sugar, number, and possibly gluten. So let's make a really easy salad dressing. So the tip is the entertaining season, make your own jar of homemade mayonnaise or dressing to dress up a plain salad. You know, normally if you're going out, someone's got a buffet, at least there might be a garden salad, and then either take along a gorgeous jar of homemade dressing for everyone to use, or just make your own and keep it in your bag, all right? When we add those beautiful quality fats to those salad dressings, to the salad, it will make you feel fuller and more satisfied, and they'll help keep those sugar cravings at bay. All right, so just take along that in your bag. So a very easy salad dressing combination is I would do a third of one type of vinegar. All right, so pick whatever your favorite vinegar is. So I'm going through a bit of a balsamic vinegar phase at the moment. I also love the tang of apple cider vinegar, or this is a gorgeous red wine vinegar, okay? So I would just add about a third. Third vinegar, and 2/3 some kind of beautiful oil. So get an extra virgin olive oil, or you might want to use an avocado oil or a macadamia oil, okay? All beautiful oils. So let's just use the olive oil. So 1/3 vinegar and 2/3 olive oil. You might put a little bit of salt and pepper in there. So get fresh like organic peppercorns, and freshly grind them is the best way. A little bit of salt. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, that's a lot. So a little bit of salt and pepper. And then optional things are, you know, I've got some fresh thyme in the garden. So put a little bit of thyme, okay? Or a little bit of basil, or whatever you've got growing in your garden. Oh, it smells gorgeous, okay? And you could get fancy, you could put some mustard in there, but otherwise a very simple salad dressing, and shake it up. Now, tip number 5 is make a double batch of your favorite desserts, okay? So preparation makes it a lot easier to stay on track. So you could make a double batch of bliss balls, a healthy slice, or something you can use as a healthy dessert to put in the freezer and help cover for when those last minute gatherings happen. So that way you're less likely to give in to other temptations and feel like you're joining in the celebrations. I do have a beautiful Christmas bliss ball recipe. If you would like that recipe, if you just want to direct message me your email, I'll send it on the email for you. Happy to give you that recipe. All right, I think that's all my little demos there. And tip number 6 is make entertaining and socializing less about the food. Okay, so I know food is such an important part of culture and tradition, and that's beautiful, but it doesn't need to be the focus of the whole day. You know, sitting for hours around tables of food and nibblies and drinks is not ideal for anyone. It's just lots of sitting and lots of empty calories, essentially. So think about what you can do. I know at our family there always used to have, you know, the little candy and snack table. Do we really need that? You know, why don't you put stickers and colouring in for the kids, or a Christmas craft activity? If it's not there, people actually don't really notice. Take some sports gear. Start a game. Suggest a walk to the park or around the block after the meal. Suggest change the location of where you catch up. So maybe you go to the beach, maybe you go to the river, maybe you go to a pool, all right? Go out and play with the kids. They love it when the adults join in, all right? Start some new traditions that are not based on the food. And tip number 7, last one, is on the non-party days, just be extra careful and clean with your eating, all right? So nourish yourself with lots more extra vegetables, salads, just a small quantity of the quality protein, and some beautiful healthy fats just to keep you full and nourished and keep your hormones and your brain and everything else happy. So this will really help with those energy and your calmer moods, and then you'll make better choices for the next occasion. Making a really healthy soup, which you can even have for breakfast, you know, make it with real bone broth, is a great way to recover if you have had too much alcohol and too much sugar the night before. So we cover the healing bone broth in that Healing the Gut workshop as well. So just to recap, our 7 tips are, number 1, focus on all those beautiful foods that you can enjoy. Number 2, make suggestions and maybe contribute a dish to the party. All right, so you've got the food that you can eat and enjoy. Tip number 3, forget the sugary drinks this year and serve up some fancy infused glasses of still or sparkling water. And tip number 4, try making your own salad dressings. All right, fill your plate with mostly salad, all right, with a beautiful dressing. And tip number 5, make a double batch of your favourite desserts. So you've just got them in hand, just have one cooking day, then they're on hand, and take them wherever you need to for the party season. Tip number 6, make entertaining and socialising less about the food. So change the location and change the focus of the party this year. And tip number 7, on non-party days, just be extra clean with your eating. So then you have the energy and clearer moods to make better choices the next party. So that's my 7 tips. Thank you for listening. If you've got value from these practical tips, I hope you can check out and consider coming to one of my Emu Wellness workshops and events. Hope you can see I'm really passionate about wellness education, standing up and reclaiming our health, and helping make step-by-step food changes really doable and enjoyable. Thank you.